for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida,
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
This fielded right at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his third season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Lawrence going to put it up right away.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
2nd and 10. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
Desmond King deep for Houston. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Texans will take over. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback. The 2nd overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 54 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. That one complete. It's tanked down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a 1st down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Here goes Stroud again. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. A man coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Jones with the catch, and we saw that plenty last season. Fit in well with the Jaguars' 2022 free agent frenzy. Over 800 yards, a dependable target for what was suddenly one of the league's most potent passing attacks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. ETN up the middle. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. As they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll run with ETN. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
The Jaguars at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He completes it to Jones. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal.
The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Texans to take over. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So a 5-yard run. The other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
And Stroud now to throw. Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Throwing now is Stroud. That's underneath to Pierce.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley, 64 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. On 1st down, here's Stroud. That's complete to Dell.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Stroud looking to throw.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's caught again by Schultz.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10, it's Stroud. On a slant, here's Collins.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with... .46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Collins. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. The Jags were treated to a strong first half from their franchise quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That is caught by Dell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. In motion right, that's Collins. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Stroud. Got his man, Dell. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be
4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Now he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Now Lawrence.
Caught by Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A give running right, Etienne.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Lawrence now off the bootleg. A short throw there to Strange.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
This one caught by Ridley. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Lawrence again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
Nice move at the 5, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Called out a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Now a 2nd and 6. On play action, Lawrence.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Will Anderson
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Let's go.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's King. Nifty move. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
So Stroud and the Texans
trailing 17-10, a minute 44 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Stroud. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground. ETN. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Jaguars first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
And they take a knee.
2nd and 11 at the 41. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They play turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for the Jaguars, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
We got London on the
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. And that's what made me rich. The whole club. My crown way too white to be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better stop. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get the involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit,
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career's been rejuvenated a bit as of late. In season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Goff. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He'll let this go for Adams. Now a battle for the football, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. Davante Adams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense. And at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
The Falcons got their feet wet with Ridder during a 4-game audition last season, and he did end their year with a pair of wins. Optimism reigns that he is their quarterback of the future.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready.
At their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB. They'd easily move into the top 5.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
Back to throw, Ridder.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ridder will set up to throw it. Checks this one down to Robinson. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Ridder. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the 50, it's gone. And that is incomplete.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their 1st interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Ridder back to throw.
Short throw to Smith. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You talk about this Lions defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Goff now looking to throw.
Over the middle and take it in by Laporta.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Goff.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here's the 12th overall pick in April's draft, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Goff going to get this to Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Goff.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot. But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. From the gun, here's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Goff now looks to throw. Touchdown! Sam Laporta with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Atlanta regains possession of the football. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Ritter. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ritter trying to get them up to the line here in a hurry. Now Ritter. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and short. Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. First down, here's Ritter. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Ritter to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
So here are the Lions to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that loss week at the hands of Seattle. After the interception, here's Goff. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibbs. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. One of only 2 rookies to top 1,000 yards on the ground last year. Here's Tyler Algier. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting starters carries.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Ritter now. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw here. Short throw caught by Pitts. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Ritter from the gun. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Derek Barnes gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ritter going to keep it.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left.
Ritter has it knocked down.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 4.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery.
And he will have a Lions 1st down, and that's the one that should seal a victory.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
2nd and 11.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So with that neat 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
So for Detroit, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it'll be their first loss of the season. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.